What a victory for West Virginia today. Governor Jim Justice, Mitch Carmichael, and more, all coming up soon. Also, I've decided to make this a more politically driven channel, just to keep, you know, my opinions out there and up. So yeah, let's get jumping in to today's big news. So, if you haven't heard, over the last basically 2 weeks, the teachers of West Virginia have been going on a work stoppage that started Thursday the 20-something. Like, it was the end of February, the last Thursday in February, and that's when this whole teachers' work stoppage thing began. Now, it's pretty nutso, dude. I've been down to the Capitol several times this week and last week, and I can say I've learned a lot, and I've decided that I want to go into political science and with major in computer science with a minor in political science, because that's what I'm into. I've enjoyed being there. I've enjoyed talking to my senators, my delegates. It has been an eye-opening and life-changing experience for not just me, but for many people across the state. In fact, not even just the state, the country. Multiple national news sources, CNN, NBC, have covered this story because of how important it is. And now other countries, or not other countries, well, I guess technically other countries, but other states and another country, their teachers are going on state. Oklahoma is asking for a $10,000 raise. Kentucky is about to go on strike. Pennsylvania is about to go on strike. And Argentina is about to go on strike. Those are the ones I know for sure. And I just heard from I think it was an AFT union member, which is one of the big national teacher unions, that Puerto Rico teachers are going on strike. Clearly, we here in West Virginia have set a precedent on how strikes are handled, when they're handled, and what must be done, because the teachers of West Virginia, for almost 15 years, give or take, have been promised money that never came. Well, the governor introduced a bill. Well, I don't know who wrote it exactly, but I think he was he introduced the bill into the House, and the House the day of, it wasn't even on their agenda, voted to move it to the top of their priorities, and they put it on their agenda, and they voted on it that day, and passed it. What was it, like something to 1? It was a very high number. It was like 99 to 1. I think that's how many delegates there are. It was 99 to 1. Well, 2 technically, because 1 abstained, but that's because he was having some medical procedure, which is understandable. Yeah, so clearly this bill was wanted passed by the House. The problem lied in the Senate, with its president, Mitch Carmichael, who, can pull all the strings there. They voted no and wanted to amend it with a 4%, and they sent it over to the House, and, well, they accidentally sent the exact same bill the House sent over to them, so they just sent over a 5%, okay, because the original bill was for 5%, they sent over the 5% bill, on accident, okay. They didn't even mean to, and they sent a 5%. That's the amount of ignorance and incompetence in the Senate is absolutely insane. And of course, it had to be put into a subcommittee because neither side could agree. And of course, they had it was 2 Republicans, 1 Democrat, and they had the 2 Republicans in the Senate, Blair and Ferns, which, if you don't know, Ferns has like 3 DUIs, but that's not important to really today's conversation. But the problem was, those are the 2 who are fully against us, and for like the 2 days they worked, they basically gave speeches in their little thing that basically said, "Ha, screw you, we aren't voting for this." Well, we had just left waiting in line for the Senate gallery because, we weren't getting in, and we were down there getting ready to start chanting and stuff, and Governor Jim Justice shows up and says, "We got it passed." we have the deal. It's getting passed today. This is going to get passed today. And so the Senate decided to, they got rid of their 24-hour, both sides agreed to get rid of the 24-hour wait period. That way this can get done today and we can get back into school tomorrow. Look, this whole thing was a disaster that could have been fixed 9 days ago. I almost said weeks. Oof. Well, it probably could have been fixed 9 weeks ago because they've known this is a problem for years. But yeah, because the problem is the cost of living in West Virginia has recently started to go up, and teachers were barely making it then. So now with this whole 5% raise, they now can survive to live, and that's sort of a problem because teachers are supposed to be the basis of a society because they're the one who educate people. We spent a good half hour talking to Senator Unger because he was there early for his meeting on that committee because, the people in charge didn't tell him they were reconvening at 10 instead of 9 because they changed the time last minute. So, gosh. Anyways, we talked to him for a while and he said the whole purpose of all this was just to divide the state workers. And also he said I should run for office, which in a few years I plan on running for a House of Delegates, and maybe the Senate at some point because we need to get a lot of people out of there. So, vote for Caleb 2021, 2025. It's probably going to be more like it. But yeah. Anyways, we talked to him, and he said this was basically a Hunger Games strategy to get everyone against each other because we're District 12. And you see the rest of the country is like a revolution. Now the rest of the country is starting to rise up and begin to go on strike. So yeah, that's all that's been going on in the world of West Virginia, the political world of West Virginia. That's what this is going to be. This is the new series, Political World of West Virginia. No, I'm just kidding, unless you really want to see that. But I'm going to try to keep you up to date on national politics and state politics to the best of my abilities. I'm still getting used to this whole research thing. Anyways, this video is coming out probably around 5 your time, Tuesday, March 6th, because I want to get this out as soon as possible, mainly because a whole lot of crap went down today. And I also did get to meet the governor, and he gave me a hug. That was a little weird, but it's alright. It's alright. Anyways, thank you for your support of the teachers. If you didn't support the teachers, please don't be a complete douchebag in the comments. I would appreciate it. And I want to hear your thoughts, but don't be a jerk about it. Don't just immediately call this teacher selfish and the only thing they wanted money, because really, if they wouldn't have touched PEIA this year, nothing would have happened and we wouldn't be in this predicament. So yeah. It's not all about the money. Teachers aren't just being greedy and childish like I've heard repeatedly. I got in an argument with someone because they called teachers greedy and childish, which really isn't true. So yeah, it's just becoming rather ridiculous that people are blaming the teachers for all these problems, and there's a Twitter account called 55wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. They blame the teachers, and even though they were like, teachers got rid of your Medicaid, I hope you're happy, that's actually not true. There was a surplus of Medicaid money last year that they're using to fund the 5% raise. So, joke's on you. They're not taking away your Medicaid. Do your research. Ha ha ha. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more kinds of these videos, let me know. I appreciate the support for teachers and public employees, but also the channel, because honestly, without that stuff, this channel wouldn't have grown as fast as it did, and I really appreciate the support. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in, tomorrow's video.
Enemy fighter on your tail! Take that missile!